What's up, people? Today, in this video, we're gonna work on the Gremlin. So, you see how the tire's flat? Tires always go flat on this thing, and it makes me insane. These are like Mickey Thompson, drag race only, super thin crap tires. These ones back here are, God knows what, Hercules 4000s. But they're completely worn out. They're just shredded from doing burnouts. So put some air in that, pull this thing into the garage. Maybe we'll wash it off first. I don't know. But then we're gonna put different wheels and tires on the front and different wheels and tires on the rear. I've got a gas tank that needs to go in here. I've got a new lock cylinder that needs to go in here. I've got 2 new seats for this car. I know. These are the famous seats that Freiburger and Finnegan sat in. And if you really need them, message me and I will ship you these seats for $372 a seat. I had to think about it for a second there. $372 a seat. I will ship them to you. You have to pay the shipping, which is $417. But if you want them, I will hook you up. Otherwise, they're gonna go in my shop and probably have people sit in them and just use them as seats. But yeah, new seats, new ignition, wheels and tires. I'd love to put a hood on this. It has the hood, but I'd love to put like a cowl induction or a hood scoop, something, so that it can always have the hood on there and stop being so filthy in there. Anyway, and the gas tank, desperately the gas tank, because this gas tank has that giant hole in it. And my goal for this is that I can take this to Cars and Coffee. So in a perfect world, we're gonna go to Cars and Coffee in this week. But I don't think we're going to this week. But I'm gonna try. Give me a minute. All right, let's get working on this thing, guys. Whoop. The Caddy Gremmie. 500 cubic inches of Cadillac power. It's pretty killer, but it needs some serious tweaking. The other thing that we have to do before we could drive it is get this motor up a little bit. You can see where it's like touching that. Can you see that? It is essentially touching the steering shaft, which is just, it needs to be spaced out so you can turn easily. When I talked to Freiburger, he said that it was not like that, that you could drive the car like a normal car before. So I'm assuming that happened that day they launched it off the ramp or whatever they did. So yeah, we'll get her fired up, bring her in, start working on it. I don't remember who it was, which one of you, but I'm gonna put your name right here. We're cool. Don't worry, I'm not mad at you. But you were so supportive on a couple of videos, and then one of them with the Gremlin, I went ahead and did the dirt burnout. And you said, dirt burnout, not impressive. And that shit got to me. And all I can say is, I don't have anywhere but dirt right now, man. And that was still fun. It's just glides, you know? So, dirt burnout, maybe not super impressive. Dirt burnout, still fun. So let's just be sure about, you know, the terms here. Maybe not impressive, but still fun. Giving the car a quick bath here. Look at how cool it looks when it gets some water on it. The color actually comes out really nice again. But one of my favorite parts is here is it's drying and you just see it return back to the oxidized filth. So someday we're gonna have to work on that. Threw a little soap on this thing, and the next thing I did, this is what separates, I think, the men from the boys. If you wash the outside of your car, you're normal. If you wash the inside of your car with a hose, now you've got a car. Now we're talking. Might be saying, hey man, you just put it in there all wet, it's never gonna be dry.
Oh, I wish you did right. I wish you did right, God. You can't hear me now. You can't hear me on the damn thing. 98 degrees. 98 degrees. Really nice shot. Oh, hot.
I decided here to take a little drone shot so we can get an idea of what the car looks like with the original wheels, and then maybe hopefully later with the new wheels. These wheels are super cool. They kind of give you like the, you know, kind of cheap drag car action, but I like the new wheels better, so I went to the new wheels. I swear to you, man, that is the sound of my youth. More or less straight pipe 472 or 500, but they were in big Cadillacs. Oh my God, makes me happy. Or my Cougar, but that was a little 289, but it was still loud. It still had that rumble. Got a big cam. It was a big woohoo. It was fancy. This is awesome, though. All right, let's get on those wheels, though. Get this thing rolling. Make some progress. All right, here's our objectives. ET Streets from Mickey Thompson. Those are going in the rear. We got those from Tony at the Hot Rod Ranch. You hook this up. Seats, if they're not hideously ugly. I don't remember. I think I ordered ugly ones. New ignition with a key. This car right now is just push button. New wheels. New front tires. And then I got a bunch of trailer tires and a bunch of stuff I got to do that's not related to this car. But if we got that pile in there, look how much space that would clean up in my shop. And we could actually start, being organized again. And then we could work on the Tesla / Meteor, the sinister Tesla. It needs to be driving. I need to be driving that. But unfortunately, that's not happening yet. This is a quick fix, so let's make this. Oh, and the gas tank. Ooh, forgot about that. That's like the biggest deal of all as far as probably safety goes. Is we got to put this gas tank in here. So let's see what we can get going today. I'm thinking tires today and the rest maybe tomorrow. Oh, it's like Christmas, people. Oh yeah. Oh, those are so tiny. 15 by 4, right? It's got a stamp down here somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah, 15 by 4. These things are so narrow. That's awesome. Probably worth mentioning that in my life, I have never owned a new set of wheels, with the exception of steel wheels purchased just to make something work, or like the ones that are on the Meteor back there. So this is like an exciting moment for me as an old ass man now to have my first brand new 5-spoke wheels. Look at those things. American racing, look at this, perfect. It's perfect. I'm excited, people. I'm excited. On this puppy, we're gonna put some, what size are these? 165 80 15. 165 80 15. They are skinny little buggers. They're just like a Thunderer Mach 1, you know, but cheap, better than what we had on there, and street legal. That's the exciting part. I know. Anybody who does tires on a regular basis, and I'm shocked at how few people do, is gonna go, you put way too much lube on those. No. You watch. You see what happens. I put a reasonable amount. The wheel this was set for last is like a 20. Totally different ball game. Oh, 21. We were using this on the Tesla last. Jesus. Those things are insane. I hope you watched that video. I don't even know if I put that video out yet. Those were the most awful wheels ever to install. Like, painful. 21-inch tires. Oh my God. Never again. There she is, folks. The pop. These are my new wheels. I want them to be clean. Ooh, buddy. Really, I'm not even kidding. I've never bought wheels. I buy used wheels or used tires or whatever. This feels like a giant step. Oh, that's still so light. Oh, that didn't seat in the back. Can you guys see that? It still didn't pop the bead on in the back, so I gotta try that again. So my beads aren't seating. I'm kind of thinking it's because they're brand new wheels, but they just haven't. They're just grabbing funky, and it's such a small size of tire that like you're bound to bind up. It's like having that huge tire. There's just not enough flex in the whole thing. Right. Yeah. So we're listening for a pop. We only heard one last time, which was this front one. We need the second one now. We want this gap to close. We're maxing out at 40 psi. Don't go above 40, it could explode. That's the concept. This thing's sure feeling like it needs more than 40, but it's so close, but it's not going. Sure. Oh, I just don't want to scratch my wheel, so I'm trying to be careful not to set it back up. Don't have to be. There's a lot of tire behind this bead. These are the correct size. This is the weirdest thing. Like, it's just overlapping in there. I don't know how to make it come over that edge. I'm gonna try again. Did it in the front. I'm gonna try that other brand of tire. Maybe these are just... Can you see this little ring right there? That's essentially what was catching still. Just take two. These are Elegant PT 311s by Atlas, French company, I'm gonna say. What is that? One more. I actually have to admit that's a better looking tire. So I'm okay with that. That's a better looking tire. Just doesn't have the cool name of Thunder. Yeah, I know Windex isn't for tire cleaning. I'm not stupid. Just sometimes something works, you know? This is what you do though, you measure them with calipers. It says it's 4. It's 4.5, but whatever. Works. Alright, let me explain to you guys what I'm doing here. We've got the tire mounted on the balancing machine. It's tightened on there. It's got a cone in the center of it like this that's centering it so that it's actually spinning around its axis like it's centered. Then what I've got to do is come in here and I've got to put a distance in here. That's the distance it is from the machine, which is 160 millimeters. I put in the width already, which is 4.5 inches. And now we got to do diameter, which is 15. And then all we have to do from there is tell it where we want to put our wheel weights, and we want to put them just in the center there. Yeah, just in the center there. Or we could do center and in. That'll work. And then it's going to spin it up for us. And now it's telling me I need grams, which I don't want this listed in. I want it listed in ounces. List in ounces, you mother. Yeah, that's what it says it is. Oh no. That one. I'm alright. I'm alright. 2.25. That's a lot. Then we got these little weights. These are a 1/4 ounce a piece. They've got a sticky back on them. Boom. And that's what this guy needs, is a quarter ounce at the top inside. That's that. That's a balanced tire. Do I trust it completely? Eh. But I think it's pretty close. Brand new, baby. You got to use this little tool, screw onto the top of your valve stem, and then you can pry it in there off the edge of the wheel, or just give it a good tug so you don't scratch anything. And I got a brand new valve stem in that bad boy. That may feel like excessive lube on there, but you saw how hard that last one was to get on. So I'd rather use a little extra and make it than be sitting over here fighting the damn thing. This isn't the point. This is easy. It goes in the rim, it goes that The hard part is getting it to fit on that wheel. There it is. That was last minute. Man, those were troublesome, weren't they? We're gonna move on to the rears now. I had to order some lug nuts because of course the ones that I ordered were for mag wheels. Despite the fact that I ordered them specifically for these wheels, the ones that showed up were for mags. They have the flat washer with a, you know, like a long seat or whatever, threaded area. I need the ones with the short little threaded area and then the cone seat. So maybe I'll put a picture of this. See, that's the one that I got. That's the one that I need. I was able to order them, but they won't be here till Monday, which kind of kills my Let's Go to Cars and Coffee on Saturday, unless I run just the tapered ones that I have, which would work, but they're not perfect. So we'll see how it goes. P.S. American racing wheels are made in China. So disappointing. Dude, these are cast aluminum. We could do this, people. We could do this. This is something we're capable of. Look at how pretty that is. All right, at least we got the tires out. Let's maybe pop some on there and see how different it looks. Look how plain Jane that is. That one I kind of like because it's rusty and I like rust, obviously. But I think these are gonna give it like a I meant to be here kind of vibe. I had to give up yesterday. It was late at night and whatever. Look who we got in here. We've got Curtis hanging out with us. The three-legged wonder dog. Anyway, he doesn't love being in here anymore. I think it's a lot of things, but I'm hoping he gets a little more comfortable and will stay with us today. But anyway, let's get these tires up on this car. That will be fun. And then I can change the lug nuts later when I get the super correct ones. These are a 60-degree bevel, but they don't have the little extension. I'll show you. This is what I need. This is what I have. This is what I need. This is what I have. But I have those on order. They will be here. I could drive around with these. I just wouldn't want to like full throttle drive like an idiot with these. All right, let's put the wheels on. It's gonna change the look of this thing. I'm tempted to do like a little Krylon rebuild of these brakes. You know, that's all filthy and old and I don't know, it looks like it's been driven through a bunch of mud puddles. But they're not horrible. This is all just filthy. I mean, a quick once over with some black paint, that would look brand new. But I think we'll save that for another day. We'll come back and clean all this out, pressure wash it, and then start fresh with like a nice once over. Today what we'll do is just put different wheels on it, and we can plan on doing a refresh of the undercarriage another day. Woo-hoo-hoo, big moment. Maybe I should explain what's happening here. this cap is a little bit too wide and it won't allow my socket to slide on there, which is kind of crazy. So we're gonna back these out. And you can even see the wheel is recessed for it. That's wild. See how the wheel has that? That's so the socket will fit on there without a problem. That's in the side there. Maybe that's easier to see it. But when this goes on, it blocks it. That's just silly. Like, if I'm on the side of the road, I have to take off my center cap? Nah. We're gonna grind on these center caps. Brand new wheels, we're gonna modify it. Let's go fix this cap. I don't know if you can see that. We're just putting a little divot there. You can see the divot from the socket there, and then the round way it was. I might come up with a better way to do this, but it's better. Those aren't even, but it's better. That seems to have worked. So the theory works, the practice, it works. I like it. Let's fix the other one. I'm gonna use this to scratch it and hopefully I'll get a better. Yeah. You see the little scratch there? So now I've got a witness mark that I can grind down to that. Hopefully that'll work better. I hate that much. Alcohol cools things because it evaporates really fast. All right, I'm gonna do a little rinse and repeat here. Do these center caps, do those center caps. You don't need to see that, it's the same thing. So I'll be back in a second with that, just like that, you know? Yeah, I'll be right back. I don't know if you guys can see how much better that one came out without you staring at me the whole time. I get really nervous, man. It's so funny, I chose to do this on camera. Like I should be okay. But still in my mind, I'm like, they're judging me. Derek's out there judging me. All good. What's up, Derek? What's up, Paul? Dennis. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the guys who comment on a regular basis. So if you haven't commented today and you want to be a supporter, all you have to do is comment and say, hey, man, I appreciate what you're doing. I like the Gremlin's progress. I think these wheels are better. I think these wheels are awful. Don't say that. You know, but like, I could use a little bit of like, hey, you're doing great. Because otherwise it's just me talking to myself and Curtis talking to me, and Curtis doesn't have anything nice to say. That's it. All right, I'm gonna put this guy on, and then I'll be back when the other one's done. This section sponsored by absolutely nobody. But I wanted you guys to know I'm not sitting here drinking beer. I'm drinking liquid death. It's iced tea. And I am not sponsored by them, but the Liquid Death people, somebody reach out to them. Tell them to sponsor me. Your name would look really good on this car. And they got to keep making this tea because I really like it. So that's it. It's pretty much just like a selfish thing. Buy this tea, people, so that I can keep buying this tea. That one turned out the best for sure. Little divots. Can you see those? Right, they're pretty even, they're pretty good. I didn't scratch the face of it. I mean, I think we're making progress here, people. Look, he's getting comfy again, thank God. I was so worried about him. It just got to this point where he just couldn't chill. Hey, bud. I dropped a screw, man. What's up, buddy? Woo, baby! You see that wire? Look at that tire, man. It's got a bulge with all the wire coming out. That's not even a roller anymore. That's garbage. Ho, 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 ho. This is brand new, baby. I love it. Uh-oh. Motherfucking Freiburger. Motherfucking Freiburger. These are 5-inch. Ah! Ah! Did I mention I got to meet David Freiburger? How cool is that? He was really nice. He took the time to just kind of hang out with me for a little bit, talk to me, give me the pink slip to the car, tell me little stories about it, how his life's going, what's going on. It was really cool. So that was awesome. Shout out to David Freiburger. I really do appreciate you and what you've done for the hobby. And, you know, I mean, I've read magazine articles that he wrote when I was like a young man. So rock on, David Freiburger. We appreciate you. I may have cursed you there, but only because the axle was a different bolt pattern. I think you understand. 4.75. My front wheels are 4.5, like a Ford bolt pattern. My rear wheels are 4.75, like a Chevy, or maybe a Dodge in this case. Mother effer, I wish, I know it was my responsibility to check, but it's one of those things where why would it be different? Freiburger, man, what'd you do to me? I'm gonna take a break for a second here. I think I have to order some wheels now. Right, so much for that plan. That was a great plan. Wrong bolt pattern, 4.75. It doesn't look very different, but it is different. No, it was never discussed that this has a different rear end in it. Those are obviously still front Gremlin stuff, so I just went off Gremlin. But then the other day, yesterday, I took off a bolt back there. And those are a 1/2 inch thread, and these are a 7/16 inch thread. That was my first clue that, uh-oh, somebody might have switched this rear end. I guess I'll look and see what it is. Oh, man.